Alright, well, welcome aboard. You're watching GameCrossRoads. My name is Levi, and today we are back on the tower SMP. And you've caught me in the middle of replanting my fields in just wheat. Yep, just wheat. Typically, each of these four growing areas would be different plants. Where I'm standing right now would typically be beetroot. However, a project we'll be working on either later today or in the next episode requires a lot of mud brick. And mud brick, of course, requires wheat. So I have been harvesting a lot since the one section we had before, it just wasn't producing enough wheat in enough time. So that's what I have been doing recently. I've also been making sure that everything is ready for, well, today's episode, kind of. Because you might notice we're not using shaders right now. Maybe, I'm kind of just looking at the ground, so you might not be able to tell that much. But yeah, we're no longer using shaders for multiple reasons. I was updating the pack anyways, and I wanted to see if I could push a bit more FPS into the pack. And of course, removing shaders is a great way of doing that. The reason we weren't doing that was because we wanted color lighting. Luckily, I found this mod called Shine, and it, as you can see, adds colored lighting. So we can continue to have our nice green copper lantern lighting in our bunker while not having to deal with all of the effects of shaders. Only problem I've really noticed with using this mod is that on servers, you only get about a chunk that it actually lights up. So we've got our green copper lanterns here, but not over there. It's kind of annoying. Almost makes me want to go back to using shaders. Can I add it server side? I have no idea. I also don't know if it would be required client side if it was added server side, so I wasn't thinking of asking it to do that. I can just go back to shaders if I have to. The shaders still work after all. I was just wanting to see what I could do without shaders. So yeah, just playing around with some client-side mods. And that's what I've found so far. So we're just gonna plant about half of this wheat, I think, and then we're gonna move on to the next part of today's episode, which is going to be checking out all the new stuff in 1.26.2. Yeah, that's it. Which is the Chaos Cubed update, since the server has now updated to Chaos Cubed. So it should be quite interesting. We'll see what we can find. The plan is to go looking for a Sulfur Caves biome, but this world was generated before that, so we might have to fly pretty far before we find where we're going. We're gonna start from the desert portal and go north, since I'm pretty sure no one has been that far northwest of spawn. But we'll see, we'll see. Should be quite an intriguing or interesting episode today. Also, I hope you guys do like these particle effects I've added to the farm. I did it by adding a truly unreasonable amount of firefly bushes underneath each part of the farm, but it gives a really kind of mystical look to where we're farming. I like it. Looks nice. So yeah, we'll just finish this up. We've only got, like, I think one more plot, two more plots in this section, and then we can head out. It's a lot of wheat. I think next time I build a farm this big, I might see about employing some villagers to do the crop rotations for me. Because it does take quite a while to plant this much wheat, and it takes almost no time to harvest it, which is kind of funny. Or maybe I'll do this again. Who knows? Because it is a really nice looking farm, and making it so villagers could walk around it means it has to be flat and kind of boring. Come on. Eh? Oh, I'm out of wheat seeds. Okay, there's some wheat seeds. Okay, I probably didn't need to grab that many, but whatever. I'll just throw them back in the sorting system. There we go. I think each one of these plots takes about a stack and a quarter or something like that, or maybe it's a stack and a half. Yeah, I think it's a stack and a half for each level. There we go. All right, and that's half of the farm filled up. So let's go looking for that sulfur cave, shall we? So we're gonna need some empty shulker boxes and some buckets. And I think that's it. I think that's all we'll require. Oh, okay. That's why we got this area over here. We can just throw stuff in. How is this doing? Ooh, overflowing. Okay, hold on. Hang on a second. Oh wow, these glow. That's cool. Let's turn that machine off. It does not need to be on right now. We have plenty of bone meal as well, actually. What do we got in here? A bunch of wheat. I'm supposed to be storing that wheat, not junking it. Goodness. Goodness. Why so much wheat? Is there any more stuck up there? Yeah, there's stuff stuck up there, but none of it's wheat. Yeah, I redid this entire system because I didn't like how the redstone was working. We've replaced it with a couple of copper golems. So they should do the job much better now. I say that, and all the filter items are missing again. Are you kidding me? There's supposed to be a filter in here. Okay. And then melons. And some other stuff. Just be melons and sugarcane. And kelp. Why do these things always break? I have no idea why these filters keep breaking for this factory in particular. Meanwhile, I'm kind of staring at the problem. It's that there's too much stuff going into it. Probably. What about this side? This side broken? Nope, this side's fine. Weird. Very, very weird. What are they stuck carrying that they can't put in? Wheat and moss carpet. Oh, right, yeah, because all the moss stuff needs to go in there as well. Okay, hang on. There we go. So this carpet, this block, this carpet. And that block. They all need to be represented in here as well. There we go. So that should free up one of them to put their stuff in. And I will put a bit of wheat in there just so that he clears out his hands. Oh, can they not get there because they're... You stupid. Okay. I think this. There. There. My goodness. You copper golems are not the smartest, are you? There. Now you can get there. You try to make an area idiot-proof, and the idiots prove you otherwise. Why is so much wheat coming down the line? It's supposed to be going into the... Whoops. It's supposed to... Hang on. Pretty sure I just saw one of my tools go into the chest. There it is. I thought I saw my pickaxe fall in there. But yeah, the wheat is supposed to be getting picked up and put in here, which it sometimes is. Yeah, this should be working properly. Yeah, there we go. It just worked. It just put a block in. Yeah, it's picking up. Whenever I'm... Oh, there we go. So it was two pieces of wheat that were next to each other but not stacking. That's how wheat gets passed. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, and there goes some wheat. So that's how it's happening. So when it's just wheat, sometimes wheat gets passed. I don't know how I could fix that other than making this machine slower. I don't really want to do that because it will make the whole circuit larger. Yeah. Guess I could technically slow it down just by replacing... Oh wait, no. All the blocks under the water are already not ice. Huh. And I already know that if I replace those with stone, then sometimes items will just stop instead. Yeah, guess there's no real way of me fixing that then. Oh well. At least not at the moment. Anyways, with that problem solved. Yeah. Hopefully that won't get too out of hand, but we'll see. Right, so let's go get our shulker boxes set up and get ready for our next flight. Looking forward to seeing the new update, as am I. I have not played around with anything regarding the new update, though I have been keeping up to date with what is in the update. So, have a good idea of what we'll find. I just don't know kind of what we'll do with what we find. Kind of have to have it in hand before I know what I'm doing with it. Okay, let's see how many shulker boxes we have free. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Yeah, I guess we've gotta empty out some of these then. I've started converting all the sand into glass. I guess that's one way of emptying a shulker box. I think I won't need this pail, the pale oak for a bit yet, so let's just throw that extra in there, and that in there. These here. These there. Just throw the sticks in. Take that. And then we'll empty that as well. I don't think we'll need more than 2 shulker boxes, and oh, I can empty out those heads as well. And I can take this out as well. That should be all I need for traveling. Oh yeah, I always take a crafting bench with me. I'll have to grab that stuff from the previous work site we were at. Put this in there, and put these in here. Don't actually know where I keep my ominous banners. I think they just go in here, don't they? Yep, that's where they've been going. And then the head box is over here. There we go, village and pillage. And domestic, there we go. Put that in there. Okay, put the head box away. All right. Let's go empty this sand shulker into the super smelter. And then, yeah, I think we'll head out. Yeah. A star has fallen on top of where the cows are stolen. Okay. A star has fallen on top of where the cows are stolen. What could that mean? Oh yeah, and Voxy has not updated yet, so this is an issue we'll have to deal with. Why does the sky look like that? Which one of my mods is doing that? Is it better clouds? It's not better clouds. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't how that looked yesterday. Wait, I did do a different change yesterday. I added the sunbathing god rays texture pack. Did that do it? Perhaps? Oh, right. I have my drink here. There we go. Now it's a live stream. Please don't crash. Okay, it was sunbathing god rays. Okay, I evidently installed that incorrectly. Oh! Wait a minute, that could be it. Or the cows are stolen. Let's see. Oh, there's a chest up here, yeah. Oh, okay. So we got some dirt. We got some rotten flesh. We got some spruce saplings and another nether star. Okay. So I could either use that as decoration or I could make another beacon. Which I do have the iron for another beacon, so... Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I finished out carving out this entire cave area. So this whole space is now ready for us to start building. As soon as we're ready to do that. We'll need more of the mud bricks though to actually start work on that. Then I will also take these with us. We'll leave these chests for now, and we'll leave that bed as well. And let's put some sand in here. Hello, guys. There we go. Nice. And these guys are still hard at work. Gathering bamboo. Yeah, all the chests are full of bamboo. Yeah, and all these are full of bamboo as well. They're filling up with bamboo. Just want to double check that the minecart is running properly. It's not stuck. Ah. There we go. Oh, there's too much in there now, isn't there? Hang on. This sometimes happens. Yeah, there's too much bamboo, and with too much bamboo, one, this takes forever, and two, the hoppers are never empty. If the hoppers are never empty, then the minecart never goes. Yeah, that's full up. There we go. How much is in there? Ooh, there's a lot. If it's backed up all the way to there. At least it does empty out quite a bit each time. Go. Did I put a override lever back there? I did. Aha. Wish I could see how much was in there. There we go. Just manually putting all of the bamboo in these. I will probably eventually figure out failure-proof redstone. Not today though. There we go. Okay, I think we emptied out the overflow. Whew, thank goodness. So it wasn't too much, but it was a little bit too much. All right, let's go get our stuff. Oops. There we go. That, put this here, put that there, that there, that there, this, that, and this. Oh yeah, I do always carry a spyglass around, don't I? Hmm. Yeah, I found a mod that allows me to do this, but only when I have a spyglass in my inventory. So to keep things a bit more vanilla, I was considering downloading that. But I was like, oh, but I have to carry around a spyglass all the time. I already do that. It wouldn't actually be that big of a change to always be carrying around a spyglass. So maybe I'll download that. Hang on. Just gathering some XP to fix my tools and such. Oh, yep, that did it. Nice. Excellent. All right, 2 empty shulker boxes. Let's, I'll just take the first layer of stuff out and store it over here since it wasn't in there originally. There we go. That should keep it from overflowing. Alright, so we will, now that all of our stuff is fixed up, we will store our extra items, grab a couple of more carrots, and head out. Okay. So we'll just put these away. I'll find a spot for that. You know what? We'll put it in here. It's a good spot. Put that away, and I should have some golden carrots. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Ah, and I have flight duration 1s and 3s. Good, 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 good. I might grab an extra stack of 3s just in case. Rightio, let's get exploring, shall we? First stop, the Nether. Because as I said, we've got to go to our local desert biome and head north, since I'm pretty sure no one's been out that way before, so it should be new chunks. It should be. Doesn't mean it will be. Yeah, I did just realize we're going to lose a whole bunch of atmospheric effects that I had set up in my shader pack for the Nether. I hadn't even considered that. Maybe I will switch back after this episode. I can't switch back during the episode because I literally got rid of Iris, which is what runs the shader pack, so yeah. Hey, look at that! Everyone's putting their heads up on the pathways they're on. That's cool. That makes it very easy to figure out where everyone lives. I should do that with the different mini blocks to tell me where my farms are. Yeah. Where is sand? Sand mine. There it is. West. There we go. Yep. Yep. Oh, I'm out of hunger. There we go. Almost there. And there's the portal. Yeah, Voxy technically has updated to most recent version, but every time I tried to log on to the server, it crashed for some reason. I don't know why that was. So I'll continue bug fixing it after this episode, but until then, we'll just have to go without it. Alright, so I think new chunks should start somewhere beyond like 5,000 by 4,000. Maybe. We'll see. In the meantime, we'll use this camera angle, because it allows us to see the ground while we're flying. Whoa. Whee! Well, that's an unlooted nether portal, so that's a good thing. That suggests we're going in the right direction. What if we go out this way? More desert. Well, at least we know that we very likely will not run out of sand for a very long time. Let's see if anyone's been here. Oh, there's a nitwit. Interesting. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's been here yet. Either they just didn't bother taking any of the stuff here. Hello? Yeah, no, people definitely would have taken the emerald, so no one's been here yet. Can be fairly certain of that. We should know. Oh, okay. Well, we know that we're above a lush forest, a lush caves, because there's an azalea tree right there. And if we're above a lush caves, then we can't be above a sulfur caves. So we'll fly a bit this way. What's that? Oh, hey, look at that archaeological stuff. Well, if it's on the surface, if it's not even underwater, I might as well. Grab our unstackable toolbox. Grab the ultra brush. Such a stupid name, but I love it. Switch to the excavator. Oh, hey, there's some. Is it a sherd? Oh, no. It's an iron axe. That's actually new. I always think it's amusing when anyone calls a villager a nitwit. I know that's really what those are called, but it sounds like you're insulting them for no reason. Yeah, you're not wrong. I do agree with you. It's kind of a silly name for them, but it is legitimately what the code labels them as. So I ain't gonna disagree with the developers after all. Ah, it's under a block. There you go. Is there anything else under here? Because we're in a desert, so like sand's gonna be everywhere, but is there any more suspicious sand underneath this sand? Doesn't look like it. I don't feel like carrying all this stuff around with me, so I'm just gonna do that. There's some exposed sand. Ooh, yes, assured, nice. Oh, hello. Bye. I said goodbye, good sir. Goodbye. Have a good day. Ow. Ow, okay. Fine. Oh, a trident! I just... Okay. Well, ooh, nice. Ooh, it's got good durability, too. Well, I think some of the people on the server might be a little peeved with me now. Because I remember the stories of other players desperately trying to find... Yeah, there we go, see? Trying to find a trident and spending a long time farming for it, and I just happened to get it while doing other things. Yep. I'll have to enchant this so when I get home. What am I gonna enchant it with? Riptide? Channeling? Don't know. Definitely something, but what? Oh, that's another sherd. Nice. Anything? Oh, hey, I'll take the buried treasure map. Not gonna say no to that. Oh, hey, another shirt. Nice! We're getting lucky today. We may have not been able to find the underground biome we're looking for yet, but hey, at least we're getting lucky with pottery sherds. Can you brush any block? Yes, you can. Okay, so just because I can brush it doesn't mean it's suspicious. Yeah. That would be a neat mechanic, though, to be able to get, like, random basic items out of just gravel or sand. That would be neat. Okay. Well, let's keep going, shall we? Obviously, we have to be over ground to actually see the geysers, so we're a little limited here with where we can even look. What is that? Oh, it's a lava pool. Okay. Okay, so we just gotta find some land. I'm assuming that geysers can't spawn in the ocean. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that geysers cannot spawn in the ocean. Oh, look at that. A sunken wreck. Another buried treasure map. Yep. Found one going a different direction. It was 8,000 blocks away. Good luck. Okay. Yeah, that might take a while then. Very easy to find archaeological sites when you're just kind of flying around the ocean. We're not going to explore that one, though. Man, I did not think the ocean would continue going for this long. Hilarious thing is, I could be like right next to a coastline and not even know it. Oh, hey, coastline. There we go. I like this one more. Oh, don't see anything yet. I'm not going to be able to see anything in the jungle, probably. Oh, wow. Hey, a pillager outpost. Hang on. Ah! Hey, it's the one I like. Nice. Oh, hello. Any other chests you guys got around, or just that one? Got some natural allays here, which I'm guessing could fly out at any moment. No, you have put fences above them. That's good. I'll take that. Alright, let's keep flying. Ignore the arrows sticking out of me. Whee! No, I haven't seen any geysers yet. Could be a while before we find them though, so. What'd be actually hilarious now I think about it is if we couldn't find a sulfur biome, but we did find like trail ruins or something of that sort. That would just be really funny. Nice looking place around here though, I gotta be honest. Oh wow, look at this. It's like a shattered jungle or something like that. Bamboo jungle. Yeah, look at this place. This is a pretty cool looking cliff right here. Oh, mangrove. Right, I need mud for the mud bricks. I could gather some while I'm here. I do need mud for mud bricks, and mud kind of just generates here. Yeah, I probably should. Okay, let's... put these away. Not gonna need them for a while at least. Yeah, keep the back pocket. Put the gun horn away. Alright, get the shovel out. Yeah, and start digging up mud. Luckily, it generates very thick in this biome, so... Nice, we already have a couple stacks. You can dig really fast underwater. Yes, that is because I have an efficiency 5 diamond shovel. And I have, what is it on my helmet? Aqua Affinity, that's it. If you have Aqua Affinity, you no longer dig slowly underwater, so long as your feet are touching the ground. Add that on to the fact that I already have an insanely fast shovel, and it means that compared to most people digging underwater, with regular gear at least, I can dig quite fast. I could dig even faster if I had a beacon around, or if I had a potion of haste. But at this point, it'd be a little pointless to be able to dig that fast, because it wouldn't actually be helping me that much, because I'm already digging instantly. It's a good thing you're not in hightail or you'd be dead. I do constantly forget about, you know, breathing in underwater spaces. Would you call it a character flaw or a missing survival instinct? It's one of the two. But yeah, the hightail definitely needs some sort of enchanting or kind of situation-based potion crafting. Because right now they've got weapon skill, health, and stamina potions, but they don't have anything for like water breathing or fire resist. But they did say they're working on stuff like that. They're working on revamping the entire magic system, so I assume that potion crafting is included in that. So we'll see what they add in the future. I'm thinking 9 stacks will do for now. So we might even have 9 stacks here if I just gather up what's left floating around. Yes, I remember your Subnautica series. I didn't drown in that series, surprisingly enough. I just almost drowned. We got the black screen of drowning, and then I caught my breath inside of the sea moth. So I never actually drowned in the Subnautica series. I just, you know, mostly asphyxiated myself. But you almost drowned many times, though. I did almost drown. I never said that I didn't almost drown, though. It's close enough. Especially with the muddy mangrove. If I can separate that, then that will work out fine. All right, onwards. Yeah. Ah, froggy. Wait a minute. I just realized I made a terrible mistake, chat. Yeah. I didn't bring buckets. I need buckets to pick up the slime. I didn't even bring iron, I don't think. Wait. The redstone box. Hang on. Hang on. Yes! Iron! Ha ha! There we go. This. Perfect, that'll do for now. But yes, these guys reminded me because we also technically need frog lanterns. I can't pick up the frogs, but if I could get some... Hey, hello. It is nighttime in a mangrove swamp. That means creatures. I don't actually know what you can breed frogs with. It would make sense if it was propagules, but I don't know. Ah, that's a problem. Where are they? Well, they'll be on fire now. Thanks, DT. Huh. I wonder which one of my texture packs is doing that. Okay, can you breed frogs with propagules? Let's see. I have 2 now. There's the frogs. Hello. Do you follow me because I'm holding this? Do you eat this? No. Ah, they eat slime. You know, that actually also makes sense because they will eat slime cubes. As in the mob. So, yeah, hold on. I think I saw a slime over this way a minute ago. Oh, look! Another azalea tree. We're above a lush caves biome. I think the slime despawned. Ah, well, I'll grab it another time. Back on the hunt. Let's try this way. Wow, this is quite the bamboo forest. Leading into a jungle edge, leading into a plains biome, leading into a forest biome. Neat. Ooh, a teeny tiny cherry forest, i.e. 1 cherry tree. There's another portal. You would think that I made a U-turn, but I did not. There's just more jungle over here. We've got to be in new chunks at this point. So we'll find it eventually. Oh, there's a savanna biome here. Another village. And a big one at that. Wow, this is a big village. Alright. A copper spear. Nice. Take the iron. Can't wait to make that journey again for the dappled forest. Yeah, I guess we'll have to do that again. Ooh, a bundle. You know what? I will take a free bundle. making this bed as well, so I can sleep if need be. What we could also do is just prune chunks beyond a certain distance when the dappled forest comes out, so we can find it easier. Though what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and not go any further than 10,000 blocks away. Yeah, I've pruned a server of its unused chunks before, so I do have the tools if need be. Whee! Ow. Or we could just use an ender pearl cannon and just launch ourselves like 30,000 blocks out. That would also work. Could also do that. That's also an option. That'd be funny. I technically have one. I know how to make one. So everyone at the same time race to find it? Yeah. That would be an interesting event, actually. Wow, look at all these bundles. Actually, I'm taking that saddle too. I can sell that. You can also craft them now, so it's not nearly as interesting of a find, but still. Another village. Hello. Oh, okay, that sand just fell, so these are new chunks. So for all we know, we could be above a sulfur cave right now. Just gonna take a peek down here. What? It is nice having the change of music from how we usually have it around our desert base, so that's nice. Deep cave. Ah, you missed. Okay, you hit me that time. Wow. Wow. Eh? Oh, okay. I thought there was like an enchanted slime down there or something like that. Hello. Wow. Look at this place. This is a cool place, gotta be honest. Whoop, nope. No. It's amazing some of the visuals you can get in Minecraft nowadays. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's very cool. Huh. What do you think, chat? Should we take a little peek into the wall? I do have the free cam, which allows me to just kind of fly around through walls. Nah, that's cheating. We gotta find it legit or not at all. Let's get out of here. It's not a bad idea if you know what you're looking for. Yeah. But I'll spend a little bit more time trying to find it the right way before I do that. Oh, there we go. There's the ocean. There we go. Back out on the surface. Nice. Ah, doesn't go in there. Because it's unstackable, of course. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. That's a hole. That's a very big hole. Just so I don't have to climb down there and climb back up. What's just down the hole? Just where we were already? Oh, there's a mine shaft. Oh, look at that. Huh. Not super interested in exploring that, though. See, I'll use free cam for that, for doing, like, regular exploration that I could do on foot anyways. Because that just saved us, like, 20 minutes. Oh, too high. There we go. Can't go too high or we can't see the ground anymore. However, it's also jungle, so we can't really see the ground that much anyways. Oh, hey, look at that. Hang on a minute. There. Okay, apparently that was the wrong order. Okay, no. Nope, that puts that up. Like that? Nope. Okay, that is moving something. Okay, no gap. Oh, gap. Okay, there we go. I just had to flip that one enough times. There we go. Hello. Oh, nothing. I'm doing this the Minecraft approved way. Darn, I was hoping there'd be like a template here or something. I will take the arrows though, because I don't have a full stack at the minute, so. There is a template that can spawn in bamboo, or in the jungle temples, isn't there? Could have sworn that that was the thing. But maybe I'm wrong. Nothing as of yet. Come on, show me the geysers. A lot of volcanic activity that you can see. We got lots of lava pools on the surface, but no geysers. Nope, that's a log. Oh wow, big mountain. What's down here? Anything over here? There's grass for some reason. That's weird. Oh, no, cave pops out in a different spot, but it doesn't really go any deeper than that. Okay. Ow, darn it, there's an azalea bush over there. If I was looking for, you know, living caves like that, then I'd be doing really good. Oh wow, ice spikes, or frozen peaks is what it's called. Not seeing anything. Well, at least I'm not seeing any azalea bushes either, so that's nice, I guess. Oh, hey, look at that. We found a pale garden. Look at that. It's been a while since I've seen a uncut one of these places. Whew, nearly started sneezing there for a second. Azalea tree. Sorry. Oh wow, that's a big one. Look at that. Nice. Oh wow, it's on that side too. Huh. Neat. So these biomes can be pretty hard to come across, as we've found. Oh, this is neat. One of my mods has this flower change color based on where it is. That's cool. Come on. There we go. There we go. Googled it and it said geysers can be found above sulfur caves, frequently found beneath desert or swamp biomes and near mountain hills. Oh, okay. Doesn't mean they're guaranteed to be found there, but it's more likely to be found there. Whereas I guess lush caves are more likely to be found underneath, you know, jungles and forests. I keep seeing pumpkins and thinking it's sulfur. You know what? Let me do a little bit of Google searching of my own. Hang on. Let me check something. I want to look up one or two things about these biomes as well. Where is my link? There it is. Okay. Oh, I just heard the chat in game. Was burnt to a crisp. Oh, okay. They're just fighting. All right. Sulfur caves. There it is. Okay. Yeah, alright. Let's continue flying around, shall we? Wonder how that happened. We're back over hot biomes though, so that should, you know, bode a little bit better for us trying to find it. Whee! Oh, what the? Hang on. What is this? I found a zombie village. Huh. Hi guys. How you doing? That's a pretty rare find. I found a zombie village. Heh. Yeah, if you ever find a village that's like half built out of cobwebs, congrats, you found a very rare structure. Oh, good, take that. Not like anyone here is using it. I don't know if these places will routinely spawn zombified villagers, but it does spawn with a couple of them at base. So that's cool. Hmm. Nothing just yet, though, in terms of the actual caves we're looking for. There's a big hole in the ground. Let's check that. Oh, I'm still... There we go. I was like, why is the camera spinning so weirdly? There we go. So they can generate more often under the warmer biomes, eh? Or near mountain hills. Which I guess makes sense, that both of those would suggest tower or tectonic activity. Huh. Whee. Anything down here? Oh, wow. I didn't think that that hole in the ground would go down that far. But, wow, you can just about see the sky from all the way down here. Crazy. Hmm. Oh, come on. Ay. I keep finding these azalea trees. Which I guess I could investigate and grab, like, an axolotl. I don't have an axolotl yet. And although I do have moss, I don't have any of the... Sulfur! Oh, right, the fumes. Sulfur caves! Yeah! Nice. It's not very big, but it is here. Goodness, I'm getting fired at. Let's get the Gauss rifle. Goodness, there's a lot of you guys around. You would think that the sulfur caves spawn skeletons. But no, it generates cave spiders naturally. You survived. You must be a leader zombie. There we go. Yeah, so it's not a very large sulfur caves biome, but we did find a sulfur caves biome. Oh, and it does go down this way. So maybe it gets, no, it looks like it stops right there. Look at this. Okay. And my inventory's full before we even got here. Of course. Throw that out. Don't need any of that. Throw that in the back pocket. You know what? Throw these in the back pocket too. There we go. Let's get the unstackables and tools. Put all that in there. Don't need this. Get the shulker box out. Okay, let's get to digging some of this cinnabar. Now, unfortunately, you can't generate extra cinnabar. You have to find a sulfur cave and mine it. However, with sulfur, you can farm that infinitely. So we will not be collecting a whole lot of sulfur, but we will be collecting a whole lot of cinnabar. I don't have any plans for it, but it'd be nice to have some on hand if I need some red. But yeah, all you need to make infinite sulfur, here's how much sulfur you need to mine to get infinite sulfur. All right, there we go. We have infinite sulfur. Legitimately, it's the same with dripstone. If you just pick up one dripstone stalactite or stalagmite, you now have infinite dripstone. What is cinnabar? Is it just a building block? Yes. But it's a nice looking building block. It's a nice red. It's a red brick that we can make. I'll bet you that if Vanilla Tweaks doesn't already have something for infinite cinnabar, it probably will soon. Because I've already seen people on like the Minecraft subreddits talking about the perfect recipe for infinite cinnabar. It's like, I think sulfur, cobblestone, and granite is what some people have suggested to make cinnabar, so that you do have to go to a sulfur cave to make cinnabar. But you can use a bunch of stuff that's infinitely renewable to make cinnabar. It is a nice red, yeah. It goes well with netherrack as well, which is nice. We can actually texture netherrack now because we have like a red cobblestone. All right, how much do we got? Nice. We're at least gonna get. Well, we got a shulker. Might as well grab a shulker box full of this stuff. Yeah, might as well. Yeah. Not like it'll take us that long. Yeah, I'm sure most people are going to use sulfur for stuff like gold bricks because its texture when made into bricks does look very nice. Very nice, very shiny, very regal. So yeah, we'll have to see if we can find any sulfur cubes in here while we're around as well. Yeah, see? Look at this. Granite and sulfur, or cinnabar right next to each other. That's not bad. Kinda gives you an idea of like how much Minecraft texturing has changed, because like granite has not changed a whole lot since it was added, and cinnabar is brand new, and like that is such a smooth looking texture compared to this. This looks so scraggly and staticky in comparison, which is not a bad thing. Like sometimes you really need that texture, but it is nice to have some of these smoother textures sometimes when you're just looking for a color. Whoop. Nearly got blown up by a creeper there. Man, this cinnabar vein goes on for a long time. I was concerned that there wouldn't be a whole lot in this chunk of cinnabar, but it kind of just keeps going. It's nice. It's funny, I did look up the Tower SMP world if it were generated in this update, and it's kind of funny. Our base sits on top of Sulfur Caves in the most recent version if you were to start the server today. Our base is just right above some Sulfur Caves, which is kind of neat. Because right now there's the Deep Dark, but that's about it. That's under our base, and the Trial Chamber, I guess, as well. Yeah, but the Trial Chambers are more common than you might think because they don't have a surface thing that lets you know they're there. But yeah, it is neat that if you were to regenerate the world today, you could find Sulfur Caves underneath our desert biome. Whoa. Well, diamonds. Nothing like looking down into the abyss and just going, oh hey, shiny rock. Alright, how are we doing on Cinnabar? About halfway there. Just gotta dig about that much again. Actually, we might also try and get the music disc today, because I know some tricks. There is a new music disc, of course, that came out with this update, as there is with every update nowadays. So we should try and collect ourselves that. It's not the easiest thing to get, but there are tricks that you can play that kind of make your chances of finding it a lot more controllable, a lot easier. So we might try some of those strategies. Hey! Hey, guy! Hey there, buddy! How you doing? So this is a sulfur cube. This is the new mob. And as you can see, you can lead him around as long as you're holding a block in your inventory. Or in your hand. Go away. You can pick him up in a bucket. If I go like this, if I right click with a bucket. There we go. Bucket of sulfur cube. That's how you move these guys around. You just scoop them up in a bucket. Now, these guys, they like blocks, as I said. They'll follow you around if you got blocks in your hand. And you can right click on them. And now he's got a block in him. And as you can see, he stops moving entirely. He is no longer considered a mob. Now, he is a physics object. And we can hit him. And as you can see, he takes no damage when he's got a block in there. We can hit him and he kind of moves around. Now, do I have fire aspect on this? No, I don't. How intriguing. I also don't have knockback. But, yeah, can't even hurt him with a sword. But as you can see, he goes way further. And depending on where you hit him, actually changes the angle. So if I hit him in this corner, he'll go that way. See? It's like playing pool. If you hit them on the opposite side, they go in that direction. If you hit him on the top, he slides more. And if you hit him on the bottom, he bounces more. Which is pretty cool. So now we have this like physics object guy we can move around. Funny enough, the block inside him is exactly the same size as the block like outside. So if you make him invisible, he disappears, but the block doesn't. Which technically means if you were to give one of these guys infinite invisibility, you now have like a crate that you can push around or stuff like that. Can't stand on them though. If you try, they just slide out from under you. Though I'm pretty sure someone's gonna add happy gas code to them at some point so you can stand on top of them. Fake floors. You could do fake floors, but you'd need some way of having these guys be held up because they do have gravity. So it wouldn't work so well for that. And if you want your item back, because you can't kill him, you can do this. You can take some shears, you can right click them, and that gives you your item back. Now careful around these guys, because if you just leave blocks lying around, see? He saw the block and he's going to get it now. And he just eats it. It's so cool. So you can also get them to transform by just leaving blocks around and you'll get them into this physics state and you can pick them up with a block in their inventory as well. So, yeah. Nice. So we have that guy now. Alright, let's keep collecting some cinnabar, and then we'll go home and start playing around with how this guy works. But yeah, these Sulfur cubes are real funny looking guys. And the mechanics we can play with them should be very, very fun. I think somebody on the server is already making like a soccer field to play with them on. So that should be quite fun. Now, there is another mob we have to worry about while exploring the Sulfur Caves, because while the Sulfur Cube is the passive mob of these caves, there is a hostile mob that lurks them as well, one that we know quite well from other explorations underground. And that is cave spiders from the abandoned mine shafts. Cave spiders will just naturally spawn in this biome. They don't require a spawner like they typically do everywhere else. So, yeah. Does mean that technically you could set up a cave spider farm inside of a sulfur cave and it would work. You don't need the spawner. Though, to be honest, it's probably easier to just find a spawner in a abandoned mineshaft, because the abandoned mineshaft can spawn underneath any part of Minecraft, not just in a specific cave biome. What do you prefer, cinnabar or sulfur? I think I'm gonna say sulfur, even though I'm purposely not digging it up. I'm gonna say sulfur because it has more uses than cinnabar. Cinnabar is a nice looking block, but it is just a decorative block. It doesn't have any purpose. Sulfur does actually have some like redstone purpose, because you can make geysers out of sulfur. And I like the gold bars of sulfur as well. But if you're trying to like decorate with like redstone colorings, then cinnabar is really nice because it does have that red color that redstone has. Definitely, and to be frank, Egyptian themed builds are gonna go hard. Oh yeah, because we got yellow bricks now. That's a good point. Because we actually have brick instead of like the big block brick that sandstone bricks are at the minute. Because really, there's no sandstone brick, if I'm not mistaken. There's sandstone, there's smooth sandstone. Is there sandstone brick? No, I don't think there's sandstone brick. I've played mod packs with sandstone bricks, but I don't think they're vanilla. We need more tiled blocks. Yeah, I won't disagree with that. We do have, you know, we have smooth granite, smooth marble, and smooth... Wait, is it marble? No, it's diorite. And smooth granite, which are all tiled. But yeah, I do agree we need more. We need more colors of more blocks. I think they are. I sometimes see people using texture packs which make it into one big smooth chunk. But yeah, like smooth, the smooth underground rocks like this. Actually, hold on. There we go, polished, that's what it's called. Yeah, they don't mix together. So you do have this big tile. It's not like, well, I guess it is kind of like polished cinnabar. It's basically identical. But then polished cinnabar can be further refined down into cinnabar brick. Oh, that is a nice texture. Make a fire department out of that texture? That's a nice color. Yeah, that's some firehouse red. Oh, small tiled, like deep slate. That's what you meant. Okay, I thought you meant like this or like this. Yeah, no, actually, I do agree with you. We do need more of that texture as well. Because really, we have the brick texture looks like that, and the deep slate tile texture looks like that, and that's about it. That is a perfect red brick. It is, isn't it? It's a really nice texture. They did a really good job with it. Kind of makes you wonder, what is the real texture of cinnabar rock? Like, does it look like this? Or is this just a Minecraft approximation? I have to assume it looks something like this. But if I'm not mistaken, cinnabar... Did ancient peoples use cinnabar as a dye? Because I could have sworn I've heard the use of cinnabar in historical texts. And it definitely wasn't a building material, because if it was a dye, then it's a very chalky stone that you wouldn't want to build with. Yeah, I might look that up later. We almost have a full shulker box of cinnabar, which will allow us to build some stuff with it. Not a whole lot, but some stuff. We will have red that we can play with. And who knows, if someone does make a data pack to craft cinnabar from sulfur, maybe we'll add that to the server. It is not out of the question. Is the Earth... Oh, cinnabar is the Earth's primary source of mercury. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely don't want to build your house out of that. Oh, wait. If cinnabar is a source of mercury, then that means it was used by alchemists. Right. It was used for vibrant red pigments, lacquers, and traditional medicine, according to Google. Yeah, but if cinnabar is a source of mercury, that would be alchemical quicksilver. So that might be where I've heard of its use in ancient times, was in alchemy. Huh. Though I guess I did guess it was used for dyes, so I must have heard it for that too. Ground cinnabar was used as a vibrant pigment called vermilion. See, I never would have guessed that vermilion was red. Missed opportunity for a potion? Ah, it's not a missed opportunity. It's an opportunity given to the modding community, obviously. All right, there we go. Let's gather at least a little bit of sulfur so that we don't have to wait for all of our sulfur to get made from these. Now, although these do look like dripstone, they don't actually deal a whole lot of damage when you fall on them. They do deal as much damage as dripstone falling on you, though, so don't let that happen. Its use drastically declined due to its toxicity. Yeah, mercury poisoning is, it's not fun. I've never gotten mercury poisoning, but I have to assume it's not fun. Oh my, hello everyone. Back off, no thank you. Not buying what you're selling. There we go. What was said there? Um. Ah. Ah. Go away. Alright, what was being said in the chat? Did you hear apparently most of the funding coming from Minecraft was being used to keep other Microsoft properties alive, but they'll now reinvest back into Minecraft. That's good. That's good. That's probably part of the whole restructuring that Xbox is going through at the minute. Which is going better than I expected, I'll be completely honest. Like, I think we all saw the current restructuring of Xbox coming. I think that wasn't a huge surprise to everyone, but the fact that it's going as well as it's going is kind of surprising. Not saying that, 4,000 people losing their jobs is a good thing, but Xbox was far bigger than it should have been. So it was kind of inevitable. They're finally going to be focusing on the Elder Scrolls games, Fallout, and all their main properties. Well, that's just Bethesda. Bethesda, I would hope, was already just focusing on the Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Though I guess they do have a bunch of other branch studios that they manage, don't they? Yeah, I didn't think about that. We'll probably get another remaster of Skyrim. I think another remaster of Skyrim was going to happen whether or not Microsoft and Bethesda were putting their focus in the right place or not. The next remaster of Skyrim is always just around the corner. Did the most recent remaster of Skyrim just come out? The next one's just around the corner. The most re-released game ever. Probably. I wonder what the second most re-released game would be. Not including, like, copies, parodies, or piracy. What is the most re-released game? Because if you include copies, parodies, and piracy, then I think Tetris probably wins. Let's be completely honest here. Tetris probably wins that one. Halo games probably. Oh yeah, they're probably on the list. Actually, would they be? Because they've been re-released onto each of the Xboxes, but there's only been like 6 of them at this point? Maybe? Whoa! Lost my foot in there. Oh, hello everyone. Whee! Tetris, Doom, Pac-Man, The Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, Street Fighter 2, Super Mario Bros., Minecraft, Dragon's Lair, Resident Evil 4, and the Final Fantasy series. That order according to Google for the top 10. Huh. So it does include Tetris right at the start, and Doom. You know what? Actually, Doom does make sense, because people are purposely porting Doom to other consoles, well, other platforms, whether the devs want them to or not. I am taking a sip of my drink. Uncultured fool. Where's my bed? There it is. There we go. Ooh. We have very smooth FPS all of a sudden. Where are we running at? 60 FPS. Do I have it capped at 60? I might. It's fine. It's working just fine. Do we have any abandoned mine shafts around? Oh, hey. A sulfur cube. Cool. It's kind of stuck there. Okay, I'm just gonna use this for looking for abandoned mine shafts because they're relatively common, but they might not be around here. Do we see an abandoned mine shaft? Yes, we do. Okay. Now the question is, do we see any abandoned mineshaft chests? Yes, we do. Okay. Problem, we have to get them up here. We have to get them, like, there. That looks like the chest strat. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is. Yeah, yeah. Perhaps. Genius. Let's grab this guy as well. You don't need 2 sulfur cubes to breed more sulfur cubes, but hey, if there's one right there, I might as well, huh? Imagine if Minecraft mobs were like the hostile mobs of other games, where they noticed if you shot an arrow at them and missed. That'd be crazy. I guess that wouldn't be that hard to implement into modern Minecraft nowadays, would it? Because we have the audio system, like we have the vibrations system. They could just take a different version of that and use it for mob awareness, just without the visible particle effect. Interesting. I hadn't thought about the fact that that feature kind of exists already. It just doesn't exist on most mobs, it just only exists on the Warden. Oh, dang, you had an enchanted bow. Huh, nice. Glad I didn't fight you, eh? Alright. Where's that abandoned mine shaft? There it is. Oh, hey. There's a zombie spawner in there. Interesting. Okay, so I need a minecart. There's one right there. I also need a lot of rails, so I guess... right here. Right, yeah. Oops. Let's go digging. Okay, I was gonna say, am I digging right over it? No, it's just further away than I thought I was. That's all. Alright, I was guessing where the floor was. I didn't expect to actually be flat with it. Sometimes I confuse myself. I mean, impress myself. Whoops. Oh, hi there. Whoops. Do I have a shield? Do I have a shield in here? I do. Should probably have that. Yeah. Some more. Ah, hang on a minute. There we go. That should stop them from spawning. At least a little bit. Woo. Okay, nothing this way. Hey, there we go. Okay, now we have to not right-click on this. No right-clicking on the chest minecart. Okay. Just checking the stability of that. Man, I love those particle effects. It's so simple, but it works so well. Ah, that's where you came from. Oh, this is the other side of the same one. But I wasn't wrong. It was where he came from. Oh. Ow. 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 Gonna quickly have a little snack. Don't mind me, I'm just rich enough. I'm blocking off passageways with diamond ore. I should stop doing that. Nice. How do you find your way out? Well, typically what you'd do is you'd leave an actual, like, notable trail of where you came from so you can find your way out. I'm probably just going to use a bit of free cam to figure out which cardinal direction I need to go and just dig that way. Actually, no, I know I need to go that way. I just need to go up and that way. What you got in here? Nothing really. What about in here? Oh, I'll take the name tags. They're not as useful as they used to be, but still something. Oh, hello there. Is this just the power bow? It is. No wonder it's doing, like, no damage. It's the wrong bow. I was wondering why my bow was suddenly underpowered. we go. Ah, okay. Right, and I was up here before. Oh. Huh. Mostly at the moment, I'm just kind of legging this up looking for chests. And minecarts. Like minecart tracks. Nice, I have over a stack now. That will greatly help with what I'm trying to do. I might also grab this redstone. Just because it's nice to have, and I don't have a redstone farm. Oh, but Mysticality does. I could just buy more redstone from him. Okay, yeah, there's nothing this way. So there's like 2 minecarts in here, I think, is all we've got, unfortunately. Really? It goes up again? Ah, it doesn't go anywhere up there, though. Go back this way. Okay. This way. Does this go? Nowhere. Okay, good. Alright, I think we've done basically the... Well, apparently we haven't. Oh, goodness. We're gonna try and not go that way. Yeah. Oh, we've missed that branch right there that has some minecart rails. There we go. Nicely done. Is there anything further that way? No, not really. Okay, so the first minecart we found was there. We just have to get up there. The second minecart we found was like back here somewhere. There's that. There it is. Yeah. So that one, we have to get through there, around here, up, and then up and out. Oh, okay, that's easy. So it's just straight, turn, up, and go. All right, cool. Oh, hey, another one. Ah, we found the other spawner. That's where we are. Luckily, these spiders are idiots. Okay. Insult the spider, get the fangs. Huh? Oh wait, so the skeleton spawner was right there, and this spider spawner was here the whole time. Huh, okay. Wait, if that's the case, then yeah. Oh, that's handy. Okay, hang on. Minecarts. There we go. Now we just come over here. And we just push this one right onto the other track. Go. Go. Of course, it went off the other side. There we go. Nicely done. Oh, was it turned this way, or... Wait a minute. So... That's where I need to be. That's where I am. Ah! I didn't turn to go this way, right. Need to go this way. And then around... There we go. Around that. There we go, and then we turn here. There we go. There we go, and there's where we have to go. Hopefully we shouldn't need to do this more than 2 or 3 times. My hand is barely touching the mouse, so that I do not right-click. Darn it. There we go. Go. This. I am finding so many diamonds and redstone today. Go. Grab a little bit more diamond. Can't go wrong with a couple more diamonds after all. So we're gonna do it up in that corner. Yeah, right here. This should be far enough into the biome. Yeah, even my little thing is saying that we're in the sulfur caves. There we go. Alright, let's go grab those chests. Ow. Man, I love the presence footsteps mod. Because it should sound like that when you're walking on rails. I had a feeling I missed one. There we go. All right, let's push. Up and up and up. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Let's do this. So technically what you're supposed to do here in terms of like Minecraft progression is You're supposed to find a abandoned mineshaft that is in a Sulfur Caves biome, and then sometimes these chests will have the music disc in them because you're in the right biome with the chest. However, the chest loot isn't generated until I right-click on it, and it doesn't check on how to generate that loot until I click on it. So it doesn't know where it is unless I'm asking. And the first time I ask, it's in the Sulfur Caves. So it assumes, oh, I must be in a mineshaft in a Sulfur Caves. No, I'm in a Sulfur Caves near a mineshaft. Nope, not that one. Darn it. What about this one? Yeah! It only took 2 tries. Yes. Insane luck, yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Well, that worked out in my favor. And very much worked out in my favor. Okay. So I just kind of I want to grab that last one that we saw. Because if I can get 2, then I can give one. I can put one in the community center that In Loving Sea made before he left. I can put one there, and we can use that as like a music hall essentially. So that's like this way, right? Yes, so it's straight down here, turn, through the walls, technically. We will have walked past it already at that point, so... okay, if I just go around like that, perfect, okay. So it's just straight this way. I love the icon for the sulfur slime in the bucket. Yeah, it is really funny, isn't it? There you are. Okay, let me grab a few more rails. There we go. Because I don't think anyone... The reason I'm going to do this is because, like, I could leave this for someone else to do, but I really doubt anyone's going to come all the way out to 6,700 by 8,500 just to take this one chest a couple blocks out into the Sulfur Cave. So I'm already here. I might as well do it. I might get a second audio track out of it. And if I do, hey, cool, I have 2 of them now. That's great. Okay, yeah, nothing this way. Might as well just pick up some extra minecarts. Or minecart tracks. Nothing down there either. Go, grab all that. Might be something over here. Oh, it's one of these rooms. We made one of these rooms into our starting base back on, what was it called? Vault Hunters, that's what it was called, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any more minecart chests around. We've looked just about everywhere else in this mine shaft. So, nice. Good. We've cleaned it out. Oh. At least I've gone through all those torches that I crafted a couple episodes ago. They're not clogging out my inventory anymore. They're just clogging up this mine shaft now. Right, okay. Let's push this. There we go. We're out of the mine shaft. Whee! All right, there we go. And let's check. Yes! Yay! 2 of them. Heck yeah! Nice. Okay. Bruh. I evidently have the Lord on my side today. Which you might not think because of how long it took us to find this place, but we did find it, didn't we? We eventually found it. And I've gotten all the materials I've needed. And technically, I don't really need to come back here for a very long time, because when it comes to sulfur, I can generate that. When it comes to sulfur cubes, I can generate that. Heck, even the potent sulfur, I can make at home. Like, the only thing I needed to collect a lot of while I was here was cinnabar, and we got a whole shulker of that. So yeah, God is smiling on me today. Not only did he give me a music disc, but he gave me one that I could give away as well. Ain't that nice? I need to look up the drop chance on that, because no way, man, I should not have been able to get 2 of those. Hold on, actually I do actually want to check what the drop rate on this is. Wiki Minecraft Bounce, the new music disc. What is the drop rate? It is a 42% chance. So in 3 chests, I found 2 on a less than 50% chance drop. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I've also got some pings on Discord, so I'm just quickly checking what those all are. Okay, yeah, it's nothing. Okay. Close that. There we go. Back to the game. I do kind of want these minecart tracks because I like saving money. So I am going to pick these up as well. If anything, it makes it even more obvious that someone has been here, that there are no minecart tracks anywhere. It's like sweeping. You just kind of move your mouse in the same way that you would move a broom. Inventory's full. There we go, we've got over a stack of sulfur spikes and almost 2 stacks of sulfur blocks. Very good. Whoop! There we go. Okay, that's our adventure in the Sulfur Caves. Let's head home. You know what? Before I go, in case anyone does come all the way out here looking for sulfur caves, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a big old sulfur sign up on the surface, because this one sure didn't generate one. There's just a hole in the ground I had to find. Could go through the ruined portal. Oh, that would be a way back easy, wouldn't it? I did bring flint and steel. It would be 8 times faster to fly back home through the nether, wouldn't it? Thing is, the nether doesn't have as open of skies, air quotes, so the only challenge there would be navigating the caves. That is the nether. Now we'll grab a couple of Cinnabar blocks. Cinnabar blocks. Yep, just a couple of Cinnabars. Actually, that'd be a really funny joke mod. Cinnabar armor. You craft it by cooking Cinnabar blocks into Cinnabars. You craft Cinnabar armor out of Cinnabar ingots, or Cinnabar bars. So stupid, but I think it's really funny. New food items, Cinnabars. We promise they won't give you mercury poisoning. Yeah. That would work, wouldn't it? Not a fan of eating it. Yeah, it's probably not a great idea, being completely honest, no. There we go. This will be pretty clear to anyone flying by that there's a sulfur cave down there. At least I hope it will be. Now, was there a ruined portal nearby? No, I don't see any nearby ruined portals, unfortunately. No, looks like I'm just gonna fly back to the desert. There's another lush cave there. An old growth of birch forest. Neat place. Don't mind me just changing my camera angle on the fly, very literally. What is that? Oh, it's just sand in a weird place. Okay. A lot of water around here. Not a speck of land in sight. There we go, there's a desert. You know what? No. Where am I? There are my buckets. I want an axolotl. Oh. There's like no cave here. Hold on. That's the worst lush caves I've ever seen. Oh goodness. That was just like 5 creepers in a hole. That's not a lush cave. think the desert portal is along this river, maybe? Or maybe not. Ah, there we go. Like, I was pretty sure it was around here somewhere. Ah, there it is. I was about to say, did I somehow find unrelated sand mining? But no. It's right there. Alright, back to civilization. Ah, it's good to be back. There we go. Once you have speed, you can kind of keep it pretty easily in the nether. Just go straight through to the other side. There's the shopping district. There's Jade's base. And here's mine. Alright. Back home we go. Ah, home sweet home. Alright, let's go play this music disc. That was a level 3 firework. Not the level ones I usually use around here. Oh. Well, that's new. Kingdom Ethereal. Packed mud and mud. Oh, wow. Well. Kingdom Ethereal. Huh. Don't know who has given me that. It had to be someone who got on today, so it's either DTFG or it's true. Is that what DTFG's base is called? Kingdom Ethereal? Perhaps. Okay, let's get to... There it is. Grab that. Do we have a music box in here? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. Where? Yeah? No. It's a work in progress. Now it's been said out loud. Gonna think of a new one. Oh, okay. So that was the name, but it is no longer the name. Interesting. Good to know. It's not a bad name, though. Jukebox. Okay, here we go. So, we have music disc. Let's see what this sounds like, shall we? Not bad. Ah, it's like lo-fi music. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good. I could see using this in like, I don't know, like a Minecraft coffee shop kind of experience. It's that kind of chill space music. I can almost see someone using this as the time-lapse music. See that working out. Yeah, not bad at all. I'm just looking up the next thing we're going to be doing. Where is it? Nope. Ah, there it is. Sulfur cube, there it is. Ah, okay, I was on the wrong page. Or maybe I wasn't. I'm currently looking on the wiki page for the Sulfur cube, trying to figure out how to, like, how many different variants are there. Really nice music disc. I don't know if I'd play it all the time, but it is really nice. Gotta go. Great stream. I'll get cut up on the VOD. Bye. All right. Have a good day, DTFG. Glad you could join us today. Okay, so let's start grabbing some of the blocks that we'll need for the next experiment. Just gonna leave that shulker box in there. It's a way better way of storing those in there. I might have to make a new storage room. I have too many items of certain types. So I might need a new storage room at some point. Yeah. Okay, so there's the new music disc. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Let me grab you. And I'm gonna have to add all the new sulfur items to the item sorter so that we can actually put sulfur stuff into our inventory and have it arrive at the right locations. So that will be a change we'll have to make at some point. Okay. Grab all this glass. that actually all fit in my inventory. That's kind of impressive. Throw all of it in there. And now we have a box that we can use. Excellent. Do we have a book of knockback? No, it doesn't seem like it. I'll need one of these. Okay, and I need some sponge. And I need a log. We'll go with oak. What else do I need? Oh, okay. I need ice. Ah, there's some ice. Nice. Then I need soul sand, magma blocks, and wool. Okay, wool is right here. We'll do red wool. Magma blocks and soul sand, that'll be over here. Magma blocks, soul sand. There we go. Then we need concrete, stone. Grab some stone. Grab some concrete. Right here. We'll grab some light blue concrete. And then block of iron. Nice. What else do we have left? Oh, okay, not that much more. Okay, so I need some sort of like nether wart. That would work best. Let's do this one. And then a honeycomb block, so this. Perfect, okay. Put all of that in here. And you. Where's the other one? Oh, there you are. And you. Alright, down to the testing room. Where is the testing room, you may ask? Actually, up here would work too. Yes, I have paved this area already. No, we'll do the round room. We will go do the round room. This way. Deep within the base. Right, down here. This is not the one that is fully dug out yet. Hang on. Other way. Hold on. Back the way we came. Over this way. Yes, here we go. Perfect. Ah. I've got blocks down here, as it turns out. Whoops. There we go. Now they can't escape. Alright, so. Sulfur cubes. I did not bring... Ah, there we go. That'll work. Perfect. So yes, sulfur cubes. These little guys. So, they have a lot of different properties. This many, to be more exact. But we're going to need a couple more of these guys to actually start playing around with that. So let's figure out how we get more sulfur cubes. Now, typically in Minecraft, you need 2 mobs to make more of them, if you can even do that with the different mobs. Sulfur cubes are a little different, but a little the same. So, kind of like how slimes work, when you kill a sulfur cube, you actually get 2 more. And, well, now we have 3 of them, but if these were slimes, this wouldn't work so well because, well, slimes don't get bigger over time. However, sulfur cubes do get bigger over time. So eventually, in about, I think it's 20 minutes, these guys will be that size. Now we can also feed them slime, I believe, or something else, and that will increase their size. But yeah, in the meantime, we've got these guys. Actually, you know what? I do have a lot of slime. So let's do that. Then let's grab the, there we go, the shop stock box. Is it blocks that you guys eat? No. Didn't think so, but I thought I'd ask. Is it? Yeah, it's slime they eat. I think it's like after about a stack of slime balls, they'll be normal size. Goodness. Stack and a quarter. Okay, so it's about a stack and a quarter of slime to get them from base size to max size. Luckily, like I said, we have a live slime and we have a very efficient slime farm. So spending slime to make these guys bigger is not a big deal for me. Oh, there we go. Guys, max size now. Excellent. Kind of want to play around with all of the variants, so we will get about 9 of these guys, I think, in here is the plan. There is, hilariously enough, also a passive way of farming these guys, where if you just keep them in a space that only the small ones can survive in, well, the large ones will just suffocate in the ceiling and automatically make more of them. There we go, now we have 8 of them. Come here. Come on. Come on. How many of these do we need? A little bit more than 9. It's like 12. There's 12 different variants. Goodness, there's a lot of them around me now. So yeah, after about a stack of slime, it seems they'll grow up to max size within a couple of seconds. So you don't really, yeah, see, there we go. That one just did it right now. So you don't really need to use the other quarter stack because you just wait a couple seconds and they'll be max size. There we go. So we've got 8 of them right now. We need 12 or so of them. So I'll probably split these 4 again. So we'll have all the ones we need and a couple extra. There we go. All right, now we have a whole bunch of them in here. Okay, could I rearrange the blocks in that shulker box to be any more intuitive? Let's see. So I've got that. This is completely different from the rest, as is that. These are kind of their own thing, whereas the rest of these are kind of variants of each other. Okay. So this type is fast, but not bouncy. This one is frictionless, but not fast necessarily. So we'll go like that. High resistance is this, so it goes on the other side. We'll put bouncy in the middle, I guess. Bouncy's in the middle, high friction on this side, low friction on that side. How about that? Magma Cube is just hot. Light. Man, I guess we gotta do this then, actually. We'll just put those in our inventory. So a light object is wool. A regular object is, yeah, it's like concrete. Wait, is that powder or concrete? Ah, darn, it's concrete powder. I brought concrete. Oops. Alright, we're gonna have to replace that. Slow and bouncy is like this. Slow and flat, slow and sliding is like this one. And then what's this? Oh, sticky. Right, so I guess that would also be over here. I guess these are all three their own different things. And then this would be... Oh, it would be regular. Okay. If that was powder. Alright, let's go get some concrete powder, since apparently we need that. Because I grabbed the wrong material. Whoops. This has... Nope, this... Could have sworn one of those had concrete powder in it. Is it... this one? It is! There we go. Grab... We don't have a green color, so let's do that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that should be all the variants. So each of these reacts differently inside of a sulfur cube. Or more accurately, each of these causes a sulfur cube to react differently to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. Hey, oh, what? Oh. Right. That, I forgot about that. Right. Oops. Okay. Hold on. Get bigger. Come on. I forgot, these guys count as just any old mob. So if you leave them alone, they'll despawn. The only way to stop them from doing that is to give them a name. Sulfur Cubert. Is it like that? How is that video game character's name spelt? Classic video game Cubert. No, try again. Classic video game Cubert. Oh, he has a apostrophe in the middle. No, apostrophe? No, what is that? Huh. Say, what is that symbol? It's, this one. He's got one of those. Guess I could just do that, actually. I could just do... No, that's a D. Cube. Perfect. So yeah, this guy has a name. He will not despawn. These guys don't have a name. They will likely despawn at some point. But if we kill them, each of these now also has that name. So they will also not despawn. So now I don't have to worry about my sulfur cubes disappearing because these ones have names. So I'll just feed these guys a bit so that we have a couple more that I know won't despawn. This guy's probably gonna, there we go. Oops. Oh, I killed one of the regular ones by accident. Oh well. How much time do I save by just giving you guys a half a stack instead? And of course, if I'm not mistaken, you can also stop these guys from... You can stop these guys from getting any bigger by using a golden dandelion, because they do count as a baby mob, if I'm not mistaken. Once these guys are bigger, I will stop splitting them in half into other stuff. Because then we can start playing around with the different mechanics. Yeah, because I do have knockback 2 on breakpoint, so that will work. Alright, you. So we're gonna put some blue ice in you. There we go. So this is supposed to act like a hockey puck. And yeah, I would say that's about right. He's kind of just sliding across the ground. And let's see, they likened them to different kinds of balls. So this one is supposed to react kind of like a bouncy ball. Yep. Yeah, it's a bouncy ball, all right. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, that's definitely acting like a bouncy ball. Let's see. The sponge is supposed to react kind of like a golf ball, is what they say. Yeah, it doesn't bounce very much, but it does roll quite well. Yeah, that's kind of a... Oh, do they have different sounds when you walk into them? Oh, look at that. Yeah, they play a different sound when you bump into them. Interesting. Okay. What's the next one? High resistance, so high friction. We'll put this soul sand into you. So this is supposed to be, like, harder to move around. Oh, yeah. That's kind of like a crate. It's not even a ball. Even if we have knockback. Yeah, wow, okay. You do not move at all. Yeah, that is a near stationary object in comparison to some of the other ones. Okay. Meanwhile, that one's just sliding at the slightest touch. Okay, what's next? A beach ball. Placing wool inside of one of these makes them more like a beach ball, apparently. Yeah, man. He should grow any second now. There we go. So this guy should react kind of like a beach ball. Not super bouncy, but very light. Yeah, you can almost play keepy uppy with this guy. Yeah, okay, that's a beach ball. Yeah, I'd definitely say that's a beach ball. Whereas this guy, you can't do that because he's too bouncy. Trying to get him up in the air is difficult. Like, you can do this. There we go, that gets him up in the air, but also he has so much horizontal velocity, it doesn't work. This guy, of course, won't because he's too heavy. This one doesn't bounce very much, but it's very slippery, so yeah, you can't get him up into the air either. And then the golf ball one, it also doesn't bounce very much, but this one, it doesn't have much horizontal movement, but it has a lot more vertical to it, but not so much that it's bouncy. Huh. Cool. Okay. Neat. So with concrete powder, you have something more like a football, apparently. Ah, we're gonna need more of these guys. Hang on. You, my friend, are gonna have to be split in half. There we go. We're actually gonna split that one in half again, just so that we have enough of them. Sorry. I know, I just made you big, but no. Small again. Go almost there. There we go, that's a stack. Okay, where are you? There you are. So this is supposed to be kind of like a football or a soccer ball. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Not super bouncy. If we hit it with a bit more force. Yeah, it does go up into the air a bit though. Yeah, the super friction one is not moving much at all. Yeah, okay, I can see how that's like a soccer ball or a football. Now that's with concrete powder. Now all of these have a bunch of different ones they can be. Like if I go back up, the bouncy ball can be any plank, bamboo mosaic block, any log, any stripped log, any wood, any stripped wood, a block of bamboo, or a block of stripped bamboo. The golf ball can be any coral block, any dead coral block, any sponge, wet sponge, dried kelp, moss, pale moss, block of resin, resin brick, chiseled resin brick, pumpkin, melon, hay bale, carved pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern, or any of the different 3 frog lights. And that's how you make a golf ball type. The hockey puck can be snow, packed ice, or blue ice, whereas the high resistance one can be soul sand or soul soil. Light can only be a beach ball, though. Or, sorry, beach ball can only be wool. There we go. The football one, this one right here, it can be any type of concrete powder, specifically. Mud, muddy mangrove roots, packed mud, block of coal, dirt, coarse dirt, rooted dirt, podzol, grass block, clay, or bone. Interesting, okay. Then for the next one, we have what is labeled as slow bouncy, which doesn't have it doesn't connect itself to any sort of real sports ball. So it's just slow bouncy. Okay, right, I see. So it's got a bit more friction. It's not light enough that you can punch it into the air, but yeah. Right, okay, that's cool, that's fun. Now, this one, I'm not even going to list what you can make slow bouncy with, because it's just labeled as most stone-like blocks. Yeah, okay, so if it says cracked, cobbled, chiseled, brick, slate, stone, mossy, polished, block, lanterns, smooth blocks, all the concretes, all of the ores. Yeah, so it's most Minecraft blocks you find underground or any other place. That is what's considered a stone-like block for slow bouncy. So for the normal types, we just have two more, which is called slow flat, which is like a medicine ball, or slow sliding, which is like a curling stone. And that is slow flat and slow sliding. So let's get a bit more of this. Grow you guys up. Can I throw these on the ground and you'll eat them? Oh, hey, you guys got bigger. Nice. Also, no, they don't do that. Good to know. Okay, so this is slow flat, like a medicine ball. So you will be a heavy ball, but can roll easily. Like can roll long distances. So this won't do much. Yeah, because we're trying to bounce it. But this should do quite a bit. Oh yeah, it does more. No bounce. Decent amount of roll though, yeah. It's heavy, but it's still movable. Okay. Right? And then slow sliding, like a curling stone. Again, this shouldn't bounce. No, it doesn't bounce at all. Wow. But it does slide, kind of like the hockey puck, but heavier. So it takes a couple of hits to get this thing to change direction. Whereas this one is incredibly easy to change direction. You almost have to chase it. Yeah, that one's incredibly easy to make it change direction. Okay. I forgot that was the bouncy ball. And that's the beach ball. Right. Okay, we'll put all of our toys over on that side of the room. Come on. And it doesn't look like these take any durability damage when I do this, which is very nice. So we've got a couple more variants to look through. LOL, you're calling them toys now. But it's a bunch of different sizes and like, well, not sizes, but I guess a bunch of different weights and frictions of just kind of like ball type objects. What did you do? How did you get out there? How did you manage that? I don't know how you did that. Come over here though. Come here. Come here. Hey, you, get back in there. Get back in there. There. Shouldn't be able to escape now. Okay, so we got a couple more. We got sticky. So I'm guessing this one will like stick to walls and slide down because it's made of honey. No? Oh, hang on. Wait, it was stuck. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So this one bounces pretty high and gets stuck to like roofs and walls. Yeah, it has like, it's very light, but it has a lot of friction, so it stops immediately. It's kind of like a hacky sack. It's a light object with basically no ability to roll. You just throw it and it stops. Yeah, it's like a lawn dart or a hacky sack. Okay, I could see how to use those in some sort of mini game. You could do you could literally just do lawn darts. It's that easy. I did forget to list what the medicine ball and the curling stone can be made with. So this one, the medicine ball, the block of iron, which does this, that can be made with block of iron, block of gold, block of raw copper, gold, or iron, gold ore, nether gold ore, iron ore, copper ore, block of netherite, ancient debris, any variant of blocks of copper, any variant of copper bulbs, cut copper, or chiseled copper. So yeah, all the metals. If it's made of metal, then it does that. Whereas if you want the curling stone, which is this one, slides easily, but takes a bit to stop. That is brown or red mushroom blocks, mushroom stem, mycelium, nether wart block, warped nether wart block, or shroom light. So anything that's mushroom themed turns into a curling stone. Cool. Okay. All right. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Put that over there. Okay, so there's just a little bit left for you. Our last one. So we'll make you big. So there's two variants left. We have the hot variant, which is this. Kind of looks cool. The ways to make the curling stone are not what I would have expected. Same. It does help to like divide all the blocks into categories though. So yeah, this is the hot stone. It doesn't hurt you when you touch it, but if you walk into it, it does hurt. So it's like a spike ball, essentially. Interesting. We now have a physics object that can hurt you. How bouncy is it? It's kind of bouncy. It's not incredibly bouncy, but it does bounce. It's kind of got normal friction. So it's like a normal friction, normal bounce, but it hurts when you touch it. And yes, there's a death message for dying to a sulfur cube. I think it's like player tried to hug lava or something like that. I think that's the death message, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look it up. This can only be made by trying to place a magma block into a sulfur cube. And there's one more variant after that. And you get an achievement for this one too. You get the achievement. Uh-oh. And yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. It's TNT, but with physics, you can move it around. So yeah, we have throwable TNT now. Essentially, you can disarm it by just doing that. But yeah, Now this, it will ignite if it touches anything that is labeled as like redstone or fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little hole in the ground here. I didn't realize we were over a cave. Huh. That's probably why my mob farm is not working super well. We're over top of a mine shaft? Since when? Interesting. Gonna need to fill that hole in the floor later. Okay. I'm gonna move all the guys over. Yeah. Come on. Oh, wait. I forgot I can just do this. I can just pick them up. I can just place them down. Oops, 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 ah. So you can play pool with them, apparently. Okay, over here now. Should be... Right, that's the same side of the room. Doy. Over here, then. That should be somewhere I can do this. Yeah, there we go. Good, I can do that too. So if I put a magma cube, or I could put a magma block down here, and I put TNT in this guy, let's see how similar to TNT he is. If he is exactly like TNT, he'll blow up this 3x3 of blocks. How bouncy is he? Okay, so he's got like normal bounce, normal friction. Whoop, yep, that's lit. Oh. Okay, so it kills the magma cube, or not, it kills the magma cube. It kills the sulfur cube entirely. It does drop blocks. And yeah, so you'll lose the sulfur cube by trying to pull that, but it does allow you to have essentially throwable TNT. Interesting. Okay, cool. So that is all the variants of sulfur cube. That was fun. I enjoyed that. And yeah, they'll just stay like this if left alone. Cool. So let me know either, you know, in the live chat right now or in the comments if you're watching the YouTube video. What is your favorite sulfur cube variant? What do you think is going to be the most interesting to make into the games? I think that people are going to kind of sleep on the usability of the sticky one. I think people aren't gonna use this one a whole lot, but I think it will be quite useful because you can make this kind of throwing game where you're just chucking an object to a specific location with accuracy. I think that's gonna be quite useful for something. I don't know what people will use this one. I don't know what people use the high friction one for, because it legitimately does not go anywhere. Like, we can try knockback, and it really doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. The soccer and hockey options are quite easy to use, but I like the bouncy ball and the beach ball. Yeah, I do like that as well. Yeah, this is the bouncy ball. Or no, the beach ball. I like how it's very easy to get up into the air just by punching it a couple times. It really is like trying to keep a beach ball up in the air. Yeah, these are gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what kind of crazy ideas that the Minecraft community comes up with and what kind of ridiculous stunts we're gonna pull with this here on Tower SMP. I do like this curling stone though, especially because when you punch it, you give it very little momentum. So when you try and stop it, it takes a little bit to react, which is kind of fun, but you can push it really fast. Yeah. Huh. This will be quite interesting. So, what do we do with the rest of the episode, I wonder? I'm gonna go grab my buckets so that I can store them all. Because I'd like to store them as items instead of just out in the open like that. I think the most popular will depend on how many people are in the game. Yeah, probably. Especially with the fact that Minecraft's like combat physics haven't always been super reliable, and these physics objects kind of rely on your connection to the server being like good enough. Especially with how specific picking these, or like hitting these things can be. Oop. Already full up. There we go. Nice. There we go. Yeah, this prospector skill. Nice. Yeah, that was a fun little test. So I'm sure everyone who's started playing with these on the server or in Minecraft in general, they're all just brainstorming like, what game can I make with these? Because I know that's what I'm doing, so I'm assuming that's what everyone else is doing. They're just like, oh, let's make a game out of these. What can we do with these? What would be really fun, but not take the most amount of time to build an entire arena for? I wonder how easy it would be to do like basketball. Would that be easy, or would that be difficult? Also, the other question is cinnabar and sulfur a deep slate level material, or is it a stone level material? I think it's a deep slate material, so we'll put it in here. Huh, look at that. You can see what each one is as well. Contains blue ice, soul sand, block of iron, oak log, stone, honeycomb block, red wool, lime concrete, nether wart block. Neat. Make a hockey rink on ice. I cannot imagine how little friction the hockey puck slime on ice has. That's gotta have like negative friction almost. There we go. Just taking out everything that doesn't need to be in this box. Like these and that. Sponge can stay. That needs to come out, obviously. This needs to come out. This can just go back in here. Keep the goat horn in there. Take that out. Leave that. Take this out. Leave the scaffolding and the shield and the shears. We'll enchant the trident later. Just gonna store these guys in here for now. So if I'm looking for these guys, I will have to look in unstackables and tools. I would love to see how the slippery aspect of ice would impact both the player and the puck. Yeah. I do think that they showed off how slippery the puck is. In an actual like trailer that Minecraft put out. I'm pretty sure they did that. But adding the slipperiness of the player on top of that might be quite the show. Quite amusing to watch, I'd have to think. Goodness, I have way more arrows than I thought I did. That is a lot of arrows. I forgot I had a double chest full of them. Where did I put the... There they are. Okay, so I did get a new pottery shirt this episode. That's cool. I think I put the... Yeah, I put it away with the music discs. Take those out. Put them in here with the other collectibles that we got recently. Go. Nice, we have an empty shulker box again. Okay, so I guess I gotta start making a bunch of mud bricks, eh? Guess we could craft some of those up to kind of end the episode off. Ooh, and let's craft up that nether star into a beacon. That sounds like a good idea. 3 of those. And 5 of those. Beacon. Nice. Second beacon. Good, good, good. Grab that. Yeah, I don't exactly have any space for the diorite or granite or any of that, so just gonna have to throw those in here. Yeah, I definitely need to come up with somewhere or some way that is new to actually store a lot of my materials, because I am running out of space in my storage contraption that I built. It worked for quite a while, but it is starting to actually fill up properly now. There we go, another empty shulker box. I almost wish that I could put shulker boxes in bundles. That'd be nice. Because you can't put shulker boxes in shulker boxes. But it would be nice if you could put shulker boxes in bundles, so you could carry. Only if they're empty, of course. You couldn't put shulker boxes that had stuff in them. But you could put, you know, empty shulker boxes into a bundle. Oh yeah, we haven't played with potent sulfur yet. Hang on a minute. That's something we can still do today. Grab this. Magma block. A couple of those. We got some buckets. Alright, let's go play with this. Alright. This was a mechanic I meant to show off, but we never found the structure that teaches it to you, so I wasn't able to actually do that. Whee! Oh, right, I came for the bed. There we go. Alright. Respawn point. Okay, so we got potent. We got this bow and this axe, that's fine. And we got this. And I'm gonna need lava, aren't I? I think I can grab some of that down this way. Yes, here we go. Is there no lava above there, or is there just no lava at all? Oh yeah, there's just no lava at all above these anymore. Interesting. Obviously, this isn't done yet. Yeah, because we immediately left, so there's been no time for the glass to actually cook properly. Alright. Actually, we don't need to test this over here. We can do it in front of the barn. Alright, check this out. So, if I grab these, good, yes, that's what I need. Yeah, there we go, that should work. So, if we put... First of all, this is potent sulfur. It's crafted using, I think, 9 sulfur, and you craft it into a block, and if you put it in water, it makes these particle effects in the water, which is really cool. If you are in the water, you can be pretty far away from it, and you won't get the effect. But if you actually stand within the range of these particle effects, you start feeling a little nauseous, and your whole vision starts kind of spitting, because you really shouldn't be breathing in the toxic fumes of a sulfur, you know, gas source. So that's a new thing that we have control over. We can just inflict nausea. But out in the wild, you can sometimes find these with magma blocks directly underneath them. And this does something pretty cool. I need my scaffolding. Oops. There you go. So this does something pretty cool. If we put something like this together, And we get a bucket. We fill that bucket with water. We can then place that bucket of water right above. And this has the same effect normally, but occasionally, if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure it's a magma block. Doesn't need to be 2 blocks of water. Might need to be 2 blocks of water now I think about it. Oh, never mind. You get a geyser. So if you just want an occasional geyser, then you do this whole setup, and occasionally you'll get a jet of steam that goes up from the water block. It's very cool. Yeah, it's completely random when it happens. Just occasionally, there will be steam. And how high does this steam go? Oh, hold on, it's nighttime. Daytime. There we go. So yeah, if you have like a furnace array, or you have like a machine that's running and you want to give it that kind of realistic, every now and then steam comes jetting out of part of the machine just as it's working. Say like a train that you have parked at a station, you could have this kind of thing hidden inside the chimney of the train. And every now and then it'll just go. It's very cool. Now, the height of this is it's not super high. You do get up there a bit. I think it's like that high. It's like as high as, well, I guess it would actually be 3. What are they called? Scaffolding? I think that's how high it is. Let's see. Okay, so it's a little higher than that. It's like 5 blocks. So that's how high you get launched up. Because yeah, if you then stand in the steam, even just next to it, we should get launched upwards. Yeah, there we go. And then we fall back down. Now there is that. That's if you want it randomly. You can actually have it on command as well. If we remove the magma block and replace it with lava, it immediately starts going. And you'll notice it doesn't stop. The steam just keeps going. So if you want a consistent geyser going off, then if you place a bucket of lava underneath, you'll have that. You'll just have constant steam. This is good for if you want something like a little elevator in your base that takes you from one floor to the other, and you just want to step in and go up. It's quite handy. Now, 5 blocks is not the most useful distance, is it? Like, yeah, okay, you can get from the bottom floor of your base to the top floor of your base if your floors are pretty close together. But say we want something a little higher. Is there any way to make this geyser go higher without chaining a whole bunch of them together? Because that would just take... that's probably more trouble than it's worth. Well, Mojang did think of that. You can make the geyser go higher. If you just add a little bit of water, if you make the water 2 deep instead of 1 deep, suddenly it goes much higher. So now I believe it's going 10 blocks. So we went up 1 block, so this one doesn't count anymore. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that correct? Yes, it is now a 10 block geyser from 2 blocks of water. This effect continues. It doesn't continue infinitely, but bop, 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 and bop, and water, and bop, 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 and water. There we go. So if we put 4 blocks of water, that is the maximum height of the geyser. And this geyser now goes up very, very far. It is quite the large thing. So the first 5 blocks, of course, are the actual creation. Let's see how high up this actually goes. If I just climb up to the top. And I'll just break my way down a bit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 5 blocks up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so actually it's 4 blocks up at this point. So we'll go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 10 blocks of scaffolding. So we're about halfway up, so it's probably another 10, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that is a 20 block geyser. So if you just take 1 block of lava, 1 block of compressed sulfur, and 4 blocks of water, and stack them in that order, you get 20 blocks of lift height. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. And this can be used as just, an elevator, but if you had this on like a toggle at your base, you could just go up, and then you have a way of, starting your electroglide without using anything. No explosives, no wind charges, no piston elevators or ladders, and you can hide this in the ground. So all sorts of cool stuff can be done with this. And it doesn't just affect the player, it also affects all entities. So say you wanted say you are doing sort of something like a soccer field or some sort of mini game, and you want something to pop up from underneath the ground. Well, you could easily use a geyser to launch it up onto the playing field. That would work. No pistons needed there. Or let's say you wanted, elevator. Easy. You even have different heights that you can set it to send the user to different floors. It's not bad. You could only really use the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th heights, but it's close enough. What else? Well, it's a good decoration, and you can turn it on and off. You just go boop, and it's gone. Boop, and it's there. And you can do that with a, can I actually show this off? Do I have the materials for this right now? A dispenser, maybe? Will this work? Maybe, perhaps? I'm not quite sure. Is it a dispenser or is it a dropper? I think it's a dispenser that I need, which is good because that's what I have. Will this work? Yeah. So with this setup, just go like that, put a bucket in there, and on the command of redstone, boom, you have a geyser. And then you don't have a geyser. It's just that easy. Well, heck, it could even be easier if I just did a button. Because with a lever, it's kind of annoying. But if you just had a button, boop, press button, geyser starts. Press button, geyser stops. Yeah. But I've seen people use these already, like, because they were playing around with these while they were in the snapshots. People have been using these to make boat racing tracks, because the most annoying part of having a boat racing track was it was flat. It had to be flat, because you couldn't get boats uphill. You could get them downhill, but it was very difficult to get them to go uphill. You could use, like, bubble columns or pistons or slime blocks, but this, boat goes up. Easy. No problem at all. And you can just turn it off again later. So, yeah, it's really nice. So I've got to start, of course, thinking of ways that I can use these as well. Maybe I'll have to put a couple of geysers around the base that just kind of randomly go off as decoration. Might be a good idea. That might look very nice indeed. But yeah, it's gonna be quite the interesting few months of playing around with these features and seeing what we can build. But it looks like my experimentation has used up the rest of our time we have for today. So we're gonna wait for these ads to go by, and then I will probably give you guys the rundown on what the stream schedule is looking like for this upcoming week. So I guess I'll just use that time to clean up the stuff around here, put things back in their place, all that good stuff. Oh yeah, it was my scaffolding that was in here. There we go. This here, put that there. Grab the bed, put it back up at our place we're going to be working at next episode. Because next episode, we are building this thing over here. There we go, set all that back up. Yeah, so next episode, we will be back here at the Cliffside Village, I guess is what we'll probably call it. And we'll be using all of the mud and mud brick that we were so graciously given today to actually build all this. Hopefully we'll have enough to build everything I want. It's not the biggest area, so I don't think we'll run out of resources. And hey, maybe we'll turn this into like a hot tub, a hot springs kind of like area. I don't know. I did want it to be a basin of some sort, so maybe put some little geysers in there. That might be fun. Now that we have those. So yeah, should be quite a lot of fun. And then of course I did expand this, so it is now 9 windows across. So it actually like fills out that space that it's sitting in. Hopefully by next week we should have a working version of Voxy that doesn't crash my client, so we'll be able to see more of the map at a time, which will look really nice. And perhaps I'll switch back to shaders. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll mull over that while I try to fix other stuff with this pack. So, yeah. Hot springs would make sense. Yeah, I might actually add a couple of geyser points like around this as well. Who knows? Maybe that will be a geyser. Maybe this will be a geyser area, or that. That I think definitely will be a geyser though. That will look nice. I'll put some sulfur around that, some cinnabar and all those things. Yeah, this has been a good episode. I've enjoyed this. Guard Nautilus there. I can't remember if we named him or not. I think we did. Okay, and I think the ads are over. So I guess I go up here. Let's go like that. There we go. Aha! Hip, 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 hip. There we go. Alright. So, I hope you all enjoyed today. I hope I will see you all next time, which of course will be on Saturday. Yep, Saturday's the next one, where we'll be playing some more Backpack Hero. As I've said for the past few episodes, or at least like since Monday and I think Saturday's episode, next episode might be the last episode of the series, so join us for that if you want to. Vote on whether or not we're going to do a side quest or do a main quest. And on Monday, we'll be back in Hightail, probably working on our next new project. And next week, we'll be here working on, well, all of this area, which should be quite a lot of fun. So I hope you all enjoyed. Join me next time. Have a good day. Have a great week. God bless and goodbye. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Transmission complete.
Thank you for joining us today on GCR. It is at this time we would like to thank our Patreon supporters, starting with our Commander level patrons. Montana Big Sky, thanks for 4 years of support. If you would like to join our crew and support this channel, please check out patreon.com/GameCrossRoads.